So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal, because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Never give up. Fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss. Fighting till the end, no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
Happy Friday. Come on, is it really a Friday? It's like the biggest vacation week of the year, with the exception of the holiday, of the Christmas season. Every day's Friday. I think every day should be Friday anyway, I really do. Well, Scott, do you work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? Yeah, but doesn't mean I can't treat it like a Friday. And often do. We have movie passes, so it's not unusual. Yeah, we bought these Regal movie passes. We just go, and I see every movie that comes out. Why? Because nobody else is there. It's like this big old streaming thing that I'm the only person there. It's awesome stuff. But sometimes I treat a Wednesday or a Tuesday or a Monday like a Friday, and you should too. Today, supercharging your self-esteem. This is a big deal. It's easy to get beat up, but a lot of people don't quite understand where self-esteem comes from, where swagger comes from. And that's just another way of saying that swagger in a fantastic way. How do you get it? It's this confidence. It's walk and talk and confidence some people have. How do you get it? What if you're struggling a bit? We'll talk about that today. Cool? Okay. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day, episode 4870. That is a lot of talking, man. That's a lot of talking. I'm doing this a long time. Did I expect to do almost 5,000 episodes? Well, actually, I did. I set the goal to do 5,000 at a time when who knew if you could do 5,000? Have they all been perfect? My God, you know they have been. You know, when I first started this show, career broadcaster, radio, big markets, radio morning shows, the whole thing. Then I got into voiceover work. You heard my voice. You still hear my voice. It's broadcast all over the place, not on these shows, but it's on every major network, major sponsors that have been. I haven't done anything for probably a year now, but every now and then they call me and I'll go do it. I was out there doing all that kind of stuff, all that swagger, man. I had it going on. I remember one day I just spent 8, 9, 10 hours going from TV studio to recording studio to radio station. It's a crazy day. Then I sat down to do a podcast. Never done a podcast before. Nobody had back in 2006, 2005 when I started. Sat down to do it. All the experience in the world, had the equipment, the whole thing, and I felt like a little baby with no self-esteem, no confidence whatsoever. And I whispered in the microphone like, "Hi, everybody. I thought I'd do a podcast. This is going to be so good to..." It was not motivating at all. I had no confidence. It was weird how you stepped into something that should have been as natural as me walking and talking. And it just, confidence went out the window. So how do we build self-confidence? That is today's show. Did I say who I was? My name's Scott. Nice to meet you. So every Friday, the question I ask is, how do you want to feel? In my daily awareness planner, which I talked about a few days ago, one of the questions in the daily awareness planner is, how do I want to feel? I never thought that I could actually ask that every single day and actually have a response, a visceral response from myself. When I do the planner, what happens is it's in context of me thinking about my life. And so therefore, when I say, how do I want to feel? Instantly, I know how I want to feel about my life. And to me, it's usually happy and joyful. That's kind of it. No matter who gets in my face, I want to be that way. And it's kind of fun because I found that you can actually be pretty stern to people. You can actually tell them what you want and you can correct people. We have to do that all day, any day, right? You can actually do that. But if you're happy and joyful about it, it's amazing how it just goes down. A spoonful of sugar, right? It's crazy. So I really would ask you today, when this show's done, and think about it while the show is not done, how do you really want to feel emotionally in your life? You have the choice to do that. Everybody around you is trying to make you feel some other way. They don't mean to. Some do, by the way. Some do mean to make you feel a certain way. They've thought about it. They planned it. It's their thing. Why would they do that? Because some people do that. But for the most part, people are just living their life and they're making you feel a certain way. And you turn the news on or you watch a video and suddenly you feel some way. You get triggered. Stop triggering yourself. Decide how you want to feel and go do it. Just meandering. I told you when I said I started Monday, I was kind of in a chatty mood. So we'll chat a little bit, and why not have a good time? Let's talk about the self-esteem thing. Do you have goals? Do you have dreams? Of course you do. If so, your confidence and your self-esteem is going to play a very, very large role, a very significant role. Most people in this life are looking for significance, right? That's what you want. Some people less, some people more. I'm balanced pretty well. I like that, but it's not the only thing in my life. I'm significant enough for myself and my family. That's cool. So I don't push it a whole lot more than that. I'm happy there. But confidence and self-esteem will always play a role in that. So what is confidence? Well, confidence is feeling good about your worth or abilities and having self-respect. That's it. You feel good about your worth and abilities. In other words, you're worth something, you feel that respect, and you have some abilities. Well, who knows what they are? It could be anything, your skill set, your relationship abilities, things like that. In any case, you feel good. It's gone a good way for you. You're good at it. Even if the stuff you're doing is bad, you're good at it. I've seen a lot of really bad people that are very confident. Have you seen them too? Oh, it happens. You get really confident about bad stuff. So it's just you are figuring out you got some self-worth. You've done stuff. You're confident. And you can see that all the time. And typically, by the way, confidence comes when you're doing things more. That's a bit of a secret, right? So what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is a feeling of self-assurance and appreciation for your abilities or your qualities. Confidence and self-esteem, it's developed over time and you gain them through experience. So let me tell you a quick story, and this is probably the most illustrative story that I have ever been able to tell about how you build confidence and self-esteem, in this case in young people, but also older people. I was, when I got martial arts, I didn't even start martial arts until I was 30 years old. I walked in the door, I was taking my kids to the karate school, and like any good karate school, they said, "Hey, you know, we have a family program. You should join too." I said, "Why not?" Everybody's running around in pajamas. I was pretty uncomfortable with it, but it looked cool to me. And so I joined an American Kempo karate school, and I dove into it. And over time, got my black belt. Over time, got involved in the industry. Spent about 20 years actually making television shows, working UFC and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you guys don't know that stuff about me, but I did a ton of stuff over time, all based in the martial arts stuff in the television broadcast world. Did a huge number of stuff there. And I did a little bit of teaching. Now, when it came to martial arts, I would teach people, and but it wasn't my thing. I didn't have this thing to be a martial arts instructor. That wasn't my goal in life. I had other things that were on my mind. Nonetheless, because I was working toward a black belt and eventually achieved that, I taught people, right? So one of the hardest parts about doing martial arts is one of the things you see all the time, and that is breaking a board or breaking a brick. And you see all the big black belt martial artists, they break lots of bricks, lots of boards, the whole thing. They just kind of do it, make it look easy, right? Even though it is actually easy. But when you start out, it doesn't really matter how old you are. You could be a 3 or 4 year old, 5-year-old. They're starting really young these days. Or you can be a 30-year-old like I was. You can be a 50 or 60-year-old. I can guarantee you when you stand up next to that little 3/4 inch pine, 1 inch pine board, and they hold it in front of you and they say, make your move. And you break the board. You're scared to death. And they show you how. They hold it just right, and they might even bend it a little bit. And for the little kids, they might even score it a little bit. So it's got to break. And they actually have boards now that are plastic. You snap them back together. So the little kid can break through that board, and it works really well. But I don't care how old you are. When you step up and somebody stands in front of you and they hold that board in front of you, and you're using with your bare hand and your bare knuckles, and you're supposed to punch and break that board, you have no confidence that you can even do it. Self-esteem is not even an issue right now. All you have is trust. You've been told to do it. You trust the guy asking you to do it, so you do it. And boom, you're right through it. You break that board, and it's like it was nothing. And what's the first thing almost everybody says? First thing is, can I do it again? Get back in line. But if you're a super high achiever like me, can I break 2 at the same time? And if I get to break 2, can I break 3? Can I break 4? The answer is yes, you can, but it's not quite so easy. The point is this. When you step somebody up, no matter what age they are, and you put them in front of that board, they have no confidence and they have no self-esteem. But as soon as they do it, man, they are walking, talking swagger in that karate school. And they can't wait to tell anybody. And their instructor signs the board and they keep it forever until your mom and dad throw it out when you're 25 and you left the box in your bedroom you should have taken with you, right? Same things happen when you fly airplanes. I'm an instrument-rated single-engine land pilot. And I'll never forget the day the instructor threw me out of the airplane. Best day of my life. Well, okay, that's wrong. He threw himself out of the airplane. We're going around the airport, running the pattern, doing takeoffs and landings. And he said, stop the airplane. I said, well, we're all right on the runway. Why do we stop the airplane? It's your option. Stop it. Okay. I stopped the airplane. He stepped out. I said, what are you doing? He said, you can fly the airplane by yourself. Solo time. Up to that point, I had no confidence whatsoever. I had no self-esteem. I wasn't a pilot. I was a guy learning to fly an airplane. And without this guy next to me, I'd be dead. And that's really true about 5 times. He stepped out of the airplane. He said, go fly the airplane. Just do what you always do. I took off and flew that airplane 3 times around. Flew it by myself, and going 3 times around all by myself, signed me off to fly cross country. Now I can go about 30 minutes away. Now, was I really confident about flying 30 minutes away, going to another airport? Was I really confident about my ability to do that? The answer is no. But I was confident I could take off the airplane, and if I could find my way back, I could probably land. That's about all I had. Went out and flew, landed at a strange airport, turned around, took off, came back. Next time I went out an hour. So your confidence builds by doing. Your self-esteem, your swagger builds by doing. So if you're ever looking around and you're thinking you don't feel confident with what you're doing, it's probably because you just don't have enough experience in that game. So whatever you want to get good at, whatever your dream is, whatever job you want to do, and you feel like it's not working for you, you just got to play the game long enough to start to get good at it. And here's the thing about that. I'm talking about face your passion all the time. Here's where passion comes from. Everybody wants passion and purpose. They all want that stuff. Here's where it comes from. You have no confidence. You have no self-esteem. You have no swagger. Then you break the board. Boom. You got it. You break the board enough times, or you take off the airplane enough times, or you ride the bike, or whatever you're going to do enough times, you're going to get good at it. When you start to get good at something, you start to like it. You start to master it. When you start to master it, your confidence builds. If you're watching the television shows, the singing shows on TV, you can always tell the ones who have gone out and played the bars and played the circuit and have been on stage 10,000 times before they walk on the big stage. And they just look like, oh, how could they walk on that stage? They've never done anything like this before. And yet they have done it in a different way. Makes no difference. They have the confidence. They have the swagger. They make it happen. It's no secret to building self-esteem. Do what you do it well, acknowledge your success, and repeat. Easy? Actually, on the surface, it's actually kind of fun because you just get to practice, right? Easy to do it for a long term. Yeah, I want it tomorrow. I want to be good tomorrow. You will be. You will be. You've done it 1,000 times before. You'll do it again. Supercharge your self-esteem. Whatever it is, get out there today and do it.
Keep moving. Gotta get back up. What? Keep moving. Gotta get